I used to work as a night receptionist at a small hotel near the highway. Most nights were quiet, just occasional guests checking in late. But one night, something happened that made me quit the very next day. It was around 1:50 a.m. when a man walked in. He looked normal at first, mid-30s, tired, carrying a small bag. He asked for a room for one night. I handed him the key to room 12. Before going upstairs, he stopped and asked me something strange. "Has anyone checked out of that room recently?" I told him no, it had been empty for days. He just nodded and went upstairs. About 20 minutes later, I heard footsteps coming down the stairs. It was the same man, but something about him looked different. He seemed pale, nervous. "There's someone in that room," he said quietly. I frowned. "That's not possible. You're the only guest." "I saw him," he insisted. "He was sitting on the bed when I walked in." I grabbed the master key and went up with him. When we opened the door, the room was empty, the bed untouched, no sign of anyone. I turned to the man, but he was staring at the mirror across the room. "Tell me you see that," he whispered. I looked. At first, everything seemed normal. Then I noticed it. In the mirror. There were two reflections, me and him, but behind him, there was someone else standing. A third figure. I turned around instantly. There was no one there. When I looked back at the mirror, the third reflection was gone. The man dropped the key on the floor. "I'm not staying here," he said, and ran out of the hotel. I checked the security cameras after that. No one had entered that room. No one except him, but in the mirror footage, there were always 3 people.
I live in an apartment building where everything is controlled by a digital system, doors, lights, even the intercom. A few weeks after moving in, I noticed something strange. Every night at exactly 2 a.m., my intercom would turn on by itself. No sound, just the screen lighting up. At first I thought it was a glitch, but one night I decided to record it. At 1:59 a.m., I sat there with my phone waiting. As soon as it hit 2, the intercom screen turned on. This time there was an image. A hallway, not mine. It looked like a security camera feed from somewhere in the building. The hallway was empty. Then after a few seconds, someone walked into view. It was a woman, standing still, facing the camera. Her face was hard to see, but something about her posture felt wrong. Then she slowly stepped closer to the camera. Closer and closer, until her face filled the screen. Her eyes were completely black, and she smiled. Suddenly the screen flickered and changed. Now it showed my apartment. From inside, I dropped my phone. The camera angle was from the corner of my living room, showing me, sitting there, watching the screen. Then on the intercom, I saw something move behind me. I turned around. There was nothing there. When I looked back at the screen, the woman was now standing behind me, inside my apartment. The intercom shut off instantly. I disconnected it the next day. But sometimes at exactly 2 a.m., I still hear it turn on.
I drive long distances at night for work, usually on empty highways with almost no traffic. One night I was driving through a remote area when I noticed headlights behind me. At first I didn't think much of it, but the car stayed behind me for a long time, matching my speed, not overtaking, not turning, just following. After about 20 minutes I decided to pull over and let it pass. As I slowed down, the car slowed down too. When I stopped, it stopped behind me. That's when I felt something was wrong. I stayed inside my car, watching through the mirror. The headlights turned off. Everything went dark. I couldn't see anything anymore. After a few seconds, I turned my headlights off too. Now it was completely black. No lights. No sound. Nothing. Then I heard something. A knock. On my back window. My heart started pounding. I slowly looked back. There was a figure standing right behind my car. Too close. I couldn't see its face. Just a silhouette. It knocked again. This time harder. I quickly started the engine and turned my headlights back on. The road behind me was empty. No car. No person. Nothing. I didn't stop driving after that. But a few minutes later, I checked my rearview mirror again. And I saw headlights. Right behind me. Closer than before. And this time, they were inside my car.